game that makes this sport what it is, a rivalry game. For many schools and fans, it's days like today that can set your feelings about your school allegiance and provide a sense of accomplishment or dread for a very long time. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on another team from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. On the run from inside his own 5. So Florida's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. Now, guys, let's not forget, the last time these two got together, we had ourselves an absolute classic that has provided motivation for one side ever since, David.
I mean, such a back and forth, such a fun game. Everyone remembers where they were on their couch or in the stadium for that rivalry game.
And that's what rivalry games are supposed to look like. Both teams playing with phenomenal intensity. It's going to go down right to the wire. And you're right, those are the games that make college football special.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. To the air, it's Lagway. Unloads to the wideout. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
And that's exactly what this defense wanted to do coming into this game. They wanted to set up third down so that they could let their pass rush take over. They feel they've got a shot to be really successful if they can force the opponent to live in third and obvious passing situations. And that time, on the first third down of the game, they take advantage and get the sack.
The Gators will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of... Oh, and he can't get it out of there. It's blocked. And he ends up taking a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. Finds a little space. So Auburn's offense will get the ball for the first time. Off-play action on first down. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, just this is where you go over the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
Ready to fire from the pistol. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be third down.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all, but no surprise. When you start the game 0 for 4 QB, you've got no points on offense.
Another incompletion on third down.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And the Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. He hopes it turns out better than last time. He had the other one blocked. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go wrong. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat, too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success and that reached the highest mountaintops, they had great defense to go with it. This defense playing well.
And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air, it's Knight. Got his man in the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Simmons. Tackle was made right at the 22-yard line. That's not enough for the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Punt is in the air. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Gators sending the offense back to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Brown. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Gonna run it. It's Ball. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll run it. It's Ball. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Gators are on the move. Slams ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up 7-2. They covered half the field with a 50-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. To the air, it's Knight. Unloads it left. He's got it. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Got it behind the line. It's Frazier. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Fires to the middle. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun, running back on the move. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Looking to pass. It's Knight. Oh, they're after him. Fires on the move. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And this offense stays aggressive, and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Running back searching for a hole. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. And nobody responsible for picking up the free safety because, David, frankly, I don't believe they thought he was coming.
No, and whose responsibility is that? The quarterback. If I see the free safety blitzing, I'm throwing the ball deep to somebody to make a play because he can't cover deep anymore, so put that in your back pocket. They want to bring that safety blitz. I'm going to make them pay, and I'm going to throw the ball deep.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The Gators will call on their punt team. Now don't forget, and I'm sure he hasn't, he had one blocked earlier. He makes the fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Trying to impose their will with the run. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Tigers, dating to the days of Shook Jordan and Pat Dye, love to keep the ball on the ground.
And the stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's good times on the plains.
On first down from their own 22. On the run, it's Cobb. Powers through the defender. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Grab near the sticks. It's Fields. There he goes. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. Here's the handoff. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Knight. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position.
He'll take a shot. And makes the grab in the
the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they have a 2-point lead. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Looking for blockers. And the returner will be dragged down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Good surge up front, giving 4 out to the 18.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Lagway. Got it in the middle, it's Hansen. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
Caught behind the line. It's Wilson. Crosses the 40. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
The Gators decide to punt it away. And don't forget, he did have one blocked earlier. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Looking for a man. It's Knight. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. I don't think when the quarterback called out the Mike backer that he knew that the Mike backer was going to come calling on him quite so quickly.
Nah, it was good timing, right? Like, you don't want to show it too soon with the offensive lineman, call it out and pick you up. You could tell, did a good job buying a little bit of time, and then on the snap, boom, shot out of a cannon, right to the quarterback, gets the sack.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Turning it on. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Wow, that quarterback is lucky there. If you're going to take a chance like that on third down in your end of the field, you better be right, because that should have been picked and returned for a touchdown. This offense is lucky now they're getting a chance to punt this ball away.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Wilson. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Catch in the middle. It's Brown. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Trying to move them on the counter. Fighting off the defender. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Wilson. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. They send the field goal unit out to try to take the lead before halftime. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And they go back on top.
Well, you love to see that, right? They put themselves in a position at the end of the half to take the lead. They put it on their kicker. He knocks it through the uprights. So nothing but good vibes for this team now with the lead heading in at halftime.
He'll start the return inside his 5. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Just about set to get this second half underway. The returner will field it and bring it back. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unleashes one. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Knight. Takes the easy completion. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. He'll try to do it himself. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
The Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking for space. It's ball. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the 2nd half.
3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the 1st half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the 2nd half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
They'll give it to the back. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. Got it in the middle, it's Wilson. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
This crowd knows when to bring it. The hand to the running back. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Back to pass, it's Lagway. Caught in the backfield, it's Ball. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Big 3rd down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off at the goal line.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Coleman. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking downfield on first down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
They're dealing with a second and long. Caught in the backfield. It's Frazier. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
They'll send the tight end in motion. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Bringing the heat. Pulls it in. It's Frazier. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Looking to throw, it's Knight. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
You want to know why this team is losing? Look no further than this statistic, guys. Their best receiver doesn't have a catch yet in this game. There they try to go his way again. The defense has completely shut him down.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They'll run it from the gun. He breaks a tackle. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Give to the single back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Coleman. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
It's good. And now they take the lead.
And I think I like the call, man. You got an opportunity to take the lead in the fourth quarter. Go for the kick. He executes it perfectly. Defense, now it's your turn. We got the lead. We got to get a stop.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Gets it out fast. And eventually taken down, but what about that spin move? Gives him the first down yardage. When we talk to coaches, David, a lot of times we zone out when they say we got to get the ball in the hands of playmakers. Except when they get the ball in the hands of playmakers.
And, Reese, I think that's smart, right? Like, get your best players the football and get them to them fast. Let them do the rest of the work. You can see, he gets the football, he can make somebody miss, make those big plays. You've got to highlight those playmakers.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Looking for a crease. It's Ball. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. And they got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the Gators line up to punt it away. Now don't forget, and I'm sure he hasn't, he had one blocked earlier. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense doing their job, getting that last stop, and now third in California. Not a lot of play calls to convert this, so defensively, let's get off the field now. The clock's running. We need to give it back to our offense with as much time as possible.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, third and long coming up. Under fire! And they fail to hook up on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. They'll look to pin them deep. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. The give. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the fourth quarter, they're going to need it.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Grab behind the line. It's Wilson. Still running at the 40. Hits the afterburners. Touchdown Gators! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he brokered the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So here comes the Auburn offense. Last drive was a quick 3 and out, and now time is even. Oh, he's got some space. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Knight. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Well, there have been way too many incompletions for this offense in this game. It's a big reason why they're trailing, obviously. They've never been able to get into a rhythm, and at this juncture here on a 2-minute situation in your own end, you got to find ways to start throwing completions somewhere out on the field to get back in this game.
2nd down, he'll throw it. That's caught. It's Singleton. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Man, is that good situational football. Understanding what they're trying to do. They're trying to get it to their speedster. I got to come up. I got to get him on the ground. Nice execution by this defense, and they're going to need more of it. Late in the football game, who's going to win this battle?
He wants a big play here late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense, and I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go, so you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep, and don't let anyone get behind you.
Got to have it here on 4th down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. On the move, he fires. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They want that clock to run. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
I think if your offense here, the game boils down to this one play on 3rd down with the lead late. If you get the 1st down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar.
And that was an important kick here in the 4th quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Back to pass, it's Knight. Caught over the middle, it's Coleman. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude can throw it through a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on the line to his wide receiver.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. Grabbed in the middle. It's Coleman. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the 1st down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
Back to throw, and he's got to do it here late. Catch in the middle. It's Singleton. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackling in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. And they won't make the connection, going for the big play.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Back to throw, it's Knight. Looking to the big tight end. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
They just took a shot down the field, didn't get it, so you've got time for one more play. Everybody thinking Hail Mary right now. I know the odds don't say you're going to come up with it, but, man, we have seen crazy things happen in college football.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's incomplete, and the final drive comes up empty, and the ball game is over.